Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Nick.
I'm Jacob.
And together we are the
Shonen
Shonen Bros.
Bros.
And today we're going to be doing an Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2 tier list.
That's right. A long time ago, we asked you guys if you wanted to see a tier list about Attack on Titan once it was over. Back then, we didn't even know there was going to be a Part 3. But
Yeah.
So we're just going to be doing a Part 2 tier list on Season 4 today. And hopefully you guys enjoy.
Yeah, so we're just going to be pretty much talking about, with the tier list, kind of what we think of the characters, the importance that they play, the character development that they have on the story, and just how they play in and what's their importance, you know? Obviously S tier is like, dang, they're the GOAT, and then D tier is like, irrelevant, don't care, you died in the first season, you don't matter. Or, just playing. But, yeah, but we're excited to, do this again. Again, you guys have been requesting this a decent amount after the Demon Slayer tier list, that we've done. So now we're doing the Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2 tier list. And yeah, let's get into it.
Alright, so the first character we're going to get into is Annie. What do you think?
Here's the thing, right? In Part 2, towards the first half, she wasn't really relevant because obviously she's in a literal iceberg, so you can't really blame her for that. But in terms of the second half, which she really started coming back in as a normal character again, I think, as a character, I love Annie. I think Annie's great, especially like the second half. She came back to like her humanity. Like she's like, man, we killed all these people, but I know it was wrong and it's messed up, and I want to help you guys. And not to mention that one scene with Annie and Reiner was kind of clean. So I honestly, Annie, A tier for me.
Yeah, I think she's gotten a lot of character progression just in the short amount of time that we've seen her so far, which I think is amazing, especially since she hasn't been around for very long. So yeah, I think she's grown a lot. Her main goal is basically just to save her father, but she's still like helping the other characters and trying to save them. So yeah, I agree. I like a
solid A.
Yeah. And now we got Sasha's dad.
You know what? Even though he doesn't play a huge role at all in anything, he, as a character, the way he handled Sasha's death and the way he helped Gabby and Falco, even though knowing what Gabby did to Sasha, he's a real man. Like he handled the situation right, and even like calmed down Niccolo from stabbing this little girl because of what she did to Sasha. So in all honesty, I would say, because like the only reason why I'm saying this is because he's not a big role, I would say a solid C.
Yeah.
Because he would be a B if he was relevant, but because he's not, I can't put him anything higher than a C.
Yeah, and even in like the last half of Part 2, he didn't have any lines or wasn't really in it like at all, pretty much. So, yeah, I think I'd have to agree. I mean, he's a, he was cool, but unfortunately he didn't get a lot of screen time.
Yeah, so he wasn't as relevant. Like I said, guys, this is just for Part 2, so we're not judging off previous seasons. What we think of characters is Part 2, and then eventually, when Part 3 comes out, we'll do a full tier list of the whole show. So be on the lookout for that when AOT Part 3 comes out. All right, next we have Colt. We have Falco's older brother, which obviously spoilers right here if you haven't seen it, but I'm gonna say it. Rip in chat for my mans.
Yeah. He went out like a real one.
Yeah, he died a real one. He was trying to protect his brother till the end, and I can respect that. Again, as a character, he wasn't really important. Like, yeah, he was supposed to take on Zeke's Beast Titan, but that was never going to happen. But like compared to Falco, he's not like relevant, but he's relevant enough to play a decent role in the story as the soon to be Beast Titan. Obviously not anymore, but as Falco's older brother. And for that reason, I can't it's just so torn. I would like put him at like a C plus, borderline B minus.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which one to put because, like I said, he wasn't like really relevant like some of these other characters.
He was a lot more relevant than Sasha's dad.
For sure. But could you put him at a B tier?
I think if it was at the end of B tier.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Would you just want to put him at the end of B tier and just see how it goes and we can switch around at the end?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Right. All right. Next, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Connie.
Yep.
And I don't know anybody else, but especially with this part, I really liked Connie.
Oh yeah, we saw some definite growth there.
Bro, like, I don't know, just the way he was with his two previous friends, bro. Like, and imagine facing to kill your friends because in order to get where you need to be to save the world, that's a hard decision, right? And it's really cool because he was reminded of when Berthold said, someone's got to do it. Someone's going to have blood on their hands. And because of that, he pulled the trigger instantly and killed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And honestly, for that, easily a B tier character. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
Easy B.
Yeah, we also saw that moment where
he went off with ODM gear.
Oh yeah, that too. But I was talking about like his mom too. And
not like killing Falco and actually like being like, you know what, let's go.
Mm-hmm. And saving Armin from jumping into his mom's mouth. Yeah.
Yep. But for now, like I said, we can switch it. I would put him at a B plus.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. For now, we'll put him there. So definitely in front of him.
Yeah. So now we got Falco.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Falco is like is the Armin of freaking Marley, bro. That's literally Falco. He's just really smart, really calm, cool, and collected, and just has a sense of humanity, right? Mm-hmm. And honestly, and not to like that Titan that he, like the jaw Titan that was first of all, that was very well animated. Mm-hmm. Like props to Mappa for that, or Mappa for that. But Falco as a character, I don't know. I've always loved Falco. I think he's a great character. Mm-hmm. Now, would you say he's better than Connie?
I don't know.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I love Falco, but there's no way I can't. There's no way I could actually put him in front of Connie, especially everything we've been through with Connie.
Yeah, I still think he's a solid B character.
No, he's a B for sure. For sure, a B. Actually, just looking at it, you need to put Colt's brother at a C tier. He cannot be on the same level as Connie.
Fair enough, yeah.
He cannot be there. I'm sorry. All right. We're getting into a spicy one, boys and girls. Flock. The absolute legend himself. I don't even care what anybody says. I don't know about S.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but would you, if honestly, is he better than Connie? I could see that. The only reason why I'm gonna say that is because like this man went down for the Jaegers, man. This man went absolutely in. This like with the whole like ODM gear scene where he saw Falco as a Child Titan and then dodging Hanji on the roof. That whole sequence was dope, and the way he like came from the sky with the spear and threw it. I know he missed it, but still, this man. Like his character development from season 3 to now is kind of nuts, right? Like out of all the characters, you could have been like, yeah, that guy's gonna be a world-class leader. Like you can't tell me that.
Yeah.
You know.
Like even from like season 3, we've seen him like really scared. He doesn't know why he's being sent to die. Flash forward to season 4, and this dude has doubled down on his beliefs, and he's actually like found a reason to follow Eren, and he's ready to die now. He's got commitments. Like,
well, he's already dead, but
I'm saying, but
yeah,
but like this man has like found his true intentions. He's found his beliefs. What's worth dying for.
Yep. So at that point, I generally think he's an A character for me.
Yeah, I would say the same, honestly. It's like the character progression is insane.
Would you say he's better than Annie?
I don't know about that.
No, I can't. I can't put him there. But he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
He's definitely a great character. All right. Now next we have Ymir, and Ymir probably has the most tragic backstory of anybody here. A very messed up.
Yeah.
First, her village was raided by, King Fritz and his soldiers, and absolutely decimated, fires everywhere, and then, obviously with the scene of like who did it, they all pointed out Ymir. She started running away, and she had like spears and like blood all over her.
Yep.
And then she went into the tree, and then she fell in the water, right, with the something. It's such
hallucinogen.
I think yeah, something along those lines, and connected with it, and turned it to what is known as the founding Titan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, King Fritz found use of her and used her as bearer of his children. And when she died, sacrificed her life for him, they ate her, and that's where like the Titans were created. And Ymir as a character has been through so much, and it's a slave for eternity because of building the Titans, so I don't know. I just think her backstory is so messed up, but it's really good backstory. I would at least give her a B tier. At least. At least. I'm sorry. That backstory and like what she's about is just kind of nuts. It's like, what would you think?
Well, I don't. That is a really sad, like, tragic backstory, and we even got like progression with her character a little bit in the paths when Eren was like pleading with her, like, you're not a slave anymore, you're not a god, you're just a normal person. And we saw her eyes like change,
like her pupils came back.
Yeah, and she chose Eren over the over the royal blood.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we would have to give her a B tier too. She's not anything crazy, but
I want to put him above Connie though.
Above Connie, no. Like in the middle, you think?
Again, I don't think she's better than any of them. She's a good character, but she's not as... I know she's relevant to the whole story because that's literally how they were all created, but as a character, I don't know. I can't say I like her better than Falco.
That's fair enough. We didn't get a whole lot of Ymir character.
Yep. Alrighty. Not too much about this one. Gabby, I think we already know where to put her.
Yeah, let's just make an F tier real quick. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No. What do you think? What do you think? For real?
She got insane character development. You can't deny that. And here's the thing: I know the memes like put her in D because she's in the no. Like if this was part 1, instant D tier, there would be absolutely no question. But for part 2, she gained a lot of her humanity back, and if people want to dog her, like, oh, I still hate her guts because for part 1. But yeah, I have to take account of her position in Marley. Like her brainwashed brain of aliens being devils, and season 4 part 2, she realizes that that's not the truth at all. They're just normal people. No, can I say I like her better than Falco? Definitely not. So to me, she's a C character.
C, top C.
Yeah, because now I do like her better than Colt.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because she is, like I said, is willing to do whatever it takes for Falco and taking down Eren. And if you notice, right, every time now she shoots the sniper, she's not angry. She's crying, like she's sad, right? Because she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right, but she has to. And that's called humanity, right? And she gained a lot of that within this part of Attack on Titan. So for me, easily a C tier at least.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now up next we got Grisha Jaeger,
the man himself,
the father of 2. Right? And I'm not gonna lie, this season with the backstory with Grisha and how he treated Eren and how he was trying to redeem himself for the mistake with Zeke, like the way he treated him, and just the whole backstory of him doing what he did with the Rice family, what he did, with Eren as a kid, why he gave Eren the serum, the serum, with the Titan serum, right? Why he did all this, right? Obviously because of Eren, I know, right? But still, like, it's a cool thing, and you can see him losing his humanity, and just him losing his sense of what's right and wrong, and going crazy because he doesn't know what the whole future holds. He just knows what Eren has told him and showed him, right? And as a character, I could definitely say in this whole show, I think Grisha has the most sporadic character development. And then with Eren became loving and endearing, and then especially with Zeke, when he saw him as an adult, cried and gave a big hug. It was like, man, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have spent more time with you and really been a good father to you.
Yeah.
And then was like, but stop Eren though, and gave him the talk that he needed. And for me, oh man, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because you can easily go the route of like his past and give him a B tier, but then you can go with like give him A because of his season 4 part 2 character development.
I love Grisha as a character, honestly.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I would have to put him in A tier. I think I would probably even put him ahead of Flock.
I could see that. I could see it. Because Flock only started getting good character development in season 4. Grisha's been getting character development like all throughout Attack on Titan.
Yeah, even when he's not on screen, it's just they mention things about him that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So we have Grisha Jaeger at A tier. Now, we have the commander, the one that replaced the actual legend himself, Erwin Smith. We have Hanji. And Hanji, to me, is one of the most underrated characters in this whole show.
Oh yeah, I agree.
For me, like, I love Hanji. Hanji just has so many conflictions in her heart, and she speaks out the truth, like about like certain situations, and she really tries to take after Erwin, and half the time she feels like she's failing because of all the stuff that's going on, and how much Eren's in control, and just how some of the situations have played out so far with the rumbling and with Eren and with Marley, because let's be real, if Erwin was still alive, he would have played this whole thing differently. Like, it would have been way more strategic. It would have been more or less casualties. Even though he did use a lot of his people as casualties, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. He
would have definitely strategized to a point where none of that probably would have happened. Let's be real. But the reason, either way, it would have been inevitable, because Eren saw the future when he kissed Histori's hand and saw everything that happened. So no matter what, it would have been inevitable. So either way, Hanji would have still felt the same guilt, no matter what, because it would have still happened. But anyways, with Hanji, she turned from a Titan fetish woman to an outstanding commander who is there for her friends.
Yeah. And
for me, that's an easy top of A tier for me.
I would have to also agree with that. Yeah, I think her character progression throughout the story is actually insane. Because at first everybody's like, oh, who is this person? She's kind of weird. Nobody likes her. And then she turns into this really lovable commander who cares about everyone and is actually like really serious now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that. Alrighty, next up, we have Historia. And, okay, as a character, a solid B. But in this story, in this part, she's very irrelevant.
Yeah, she is not doing anything, pretty much.
No, literally it was a scene of her arguing with Eren, and that was it. So, I'm going to keep this short and sweet with this one. Honestly, even though you got to take her character account, I'm just gonna give her a pass. Kind of just give her a B, solid B.
Yeah, where do you think in B?
Probably above Yamir. Actually, no, below. I can't do that, Ymir. No, I can't.
I was gonna say
I can't do that. Never mind. Because no, like I said, as a character, Ymir probably would be above Falco. But because this is part 2 and this is not like the whole series, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. So now we got Hitch, who, honestly, I can find Hitch sometimes very annoying.
Yeah.
Sometimes, the way she talks and the way she was like, I can't even explain it. Don't get me wrong, she's a decent character, but I don't know. Whenever she talks, she's always ending up in an argument or like complaining or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I'm just not like, she's good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, yeah. Like if you put her at C tier, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I would agree. I would probably put her at C tier. I might put her behind Colt.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That seems like a good place.
Alrighty. Now, for me, besides the obvious, this is my second favorite character in Attack on Titan, for me, and it's Jean. I'm sorry, Jean's character development is the most insane out of everybody, I think.
Yeah.
Besides maybe Eren, Jean's character development is actually insane. He went from a brat to like this brat who thought he was the best and had this god complex to him, to now one of the most reliable, trusting, loving, and charismatic characters in all of Attack on Titan. Honestly, for me, Jean might be borderline S tier for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say top of A tier or even like bottom S tier.
I'm sorry, Jean is just a great character. I love Jean, and I'm sorry, even from part 1 to part 2, his character development is insane. Because he went from a guy that like almost hesitated because of a previous mistake he made in season 3, and because of that, he learned from that mistake and capitalized on it, right? But he still hesitated a little bit because he thought about it, right? But he still attacked anyway. And then season 4 part 2, he didn't hesitate, not even a second. Like he just shot her. He shot her. That was it. No hesitation. Boom.
Yeah, I think his character development is actually crazy. Like the way he's developed, like with Marco's death, hesitating to shoot the girl in season 3 part 1, and all of that's built up until now, and I think it's definitely showing his character progression. So I really love Jean as well. I think I would put him in S tier, honestly.
Yeah, Jean's just above everybody else in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, now I believe we have Kaya, who is the, I guess, adopted daughter of the the Bros family, and was the girl that Sasha ironically saved, in, was it season 2?
Season 2, yeah.
Yeah, season 2, right? Yeah, and it's kind of cool. We could see her first of all in part 1, but now in part 2 as well, right? Just her forgiving Gabby so easily, right? Because she was like, I'm a devil.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. I think it was it Niccolo that was like, we're all devils, or was it her dad that said that? I can't really remember.
I don't think it was her dad. I think it was.
Or was it Nile?
I
can't
honestly
remember.
Don't remember who it was.
I can't remember. But I remember someone was like, we're all devils. We all have a devil inside us. Right? And even like that realization with Gabby and Kaya was like really cool. And all that. But no, can I say that she's a beard tier character? Definitely not.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably bottom of C.
Yeah, I would agree with that, definitely. I don't think she's above anyone here in C tier, so I would have to put her at bottom of C. Yeah. I don't think she deserves to go in D, though.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think anybody's going to be in D, because that's just how good the characters are in AOT. Like, nobody's just that irrelevant. They're just that bad. So, just letting you guys know. Alright, so now we got... I'm sorry, I'm really bad with pronouncing names, bro.
Kiyomi.
Kiyomi, right? Kiyomi?
Yeah, Kiyomi.
Kiyomi, right? Yeah. So Kiyomi, obviously, in season or 4 part 1, we saw her with Mikasa, and like I try to get her because she's part of the Ackermans, right?
Yep.
So trying to get her, and then we kind of see her in part 2, and it's like, you know what's weird? It's like she wasn't the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she was captured and the way she like her demeanor felt different.
Well, I mean, Eren was gonna destroy her home, so.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, it just seemed like she wasn't as self-centered as before, or like no, I'm not gonna say corrupted, but like she wanted to help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so obviously Flock held a gun to her head and all this other stuff, and Mikasa saved her and all this other stuff, but for me, obviously, she didn't really do a lot, per se.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm going to have to probably give her a C character. I honestly... This is what I'm going to do, right? I put Sasha's dad above Hitch for me. I could totally see that. And then above Hitch, put her. And I think that's fair.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, because, you know, Kiyomi didn't do a whole lot, so she's not very relevant. She didn't get a whole lot of character progression. She did get a little bit from part 1 to part 2. So I could see why you put her there.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now, guys.
No explanation. Let's just.
Here's the thing. No, I'm gonna give him an intro.
Okay.
This is, if God was in a show, this would be God. Levi, the god of Titan slaying himself.
Oh, yeah.
The god of ODM gear. The god of spinning 369,000. The man that with ease destroyed the Beast Titan 3 times in a row. 3 times. Without breaking a sweat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying this right now. We need to make a new tier. We need a new tier for Levi.
Levi tier.
Levi deserves its own tier. I'm just saying this right now. If I see anybody question that, we're not watching the same show. All right, we are not. Levi deserves his own tier. He is that.
Oh yeah.
But he deserves his own tier list, or his own tier category, because he is just that insane. Even in like part 2, he was injured for all of it, right? And I still would give him S tier. He wasn't really relevant. I still would give him S+. Yeah,
okay.
Like, this man is totally different. Like, I'm just saying right now, if, you know, I could say this easily. If Levi was alive, he could probably take on at least 100 Colossals if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just think he's so fast. I just don't think the heat would really get to him that quickly. Because, like I said, it's just steam, right? Like, because we see people survive steam. It's more like...
Armin lasted a long time when he was fighting Berthold, too.
Exactly, but he was in there for, like, ever.
Yeah.
So he's only in there for, like, 1 second because it's one foul swoop, right? So, again, like, that is a long time. So, yeah, but we'll never see that, though, unfortunately. But... You know, Levi, he's a go-to character from day 1 of Attack on Titan. He's just on another level than everybody else, and I don't think it needs further explanation than that.
Yep.
Alrighty, and now...
We got Luis.
Right.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
Honestly...
That might be...
This might be the only D tier that we have.
Yeah, because absolutely no impact to the story whatsoever.
No character progression.
No
impact, pretty much.
She just wanted... Yeah. Nah.
She literally... The only thing that has to do with her character, she wanted Mikasa's attention.
That's pretty much it.
And that's literally it. Like...
Yep.
What else, like, can you say about her?
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Nothing...
Might be the only D tier that we have.
I know, definitely the only D character. Whew. Alright, we gotta fire one.
Yeah.
We got Commander Magith.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. He's a real one. Yeah, absolutely. The second to last episode, absolutely a real one.
The way he went out.
I'm sorry. If this is not at least top of A to like S tier, I don't know. Magath and Shadis, bro. The way they were like holding him out the door and was like, yeah, and they're about to like blow up the boat. They're like, yeah, what's your name? Shadis. What's your name? Magath. And they just blew up the boat and they died like real ones. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know if I could give him S tier though.
No, definitely top of A.
Above Hanji though.
No. No, the Hanji's just been here the whole time. You can't really do that, sir.
Yeah.
But definitely an A tier character though. Mm-hmm. Like this man really saved, Hanji and the gang's life. Because of that, they bought him a lot of time.
Yeah.
So you can't, that's easily A tier for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. He has insane character development too.
That's right.
All right, Niccolo is next. Part 2, he didn't have a whole lot going on. It was mostly part 1 that he was involved in. But, of course he was involved with Sasha, so we cared about her a lot. Where would you put him for part 2 though? That's kind of tough because I do like him.
I do.
But part 2, he didn't really do anything. I mean, he saved Gabby. He was with, Mr. Bros and the whole, all the orphans and everything.
If you want, we could just make, a new tier and be, not really relevant or something. Not relevant to the part. Because remember, this is just part 2. So we kind of, need a category where it's, not really relevant. And remember, guys, like I said, this is part 2, so it's not like the whole show, right? So this is, right, so, for this, honestly, what I would do is I would move Niccolo to the bottom, and then Kaya to the bottom.
Yeah.
And Sasha's dad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that they're bad characters, it's just that they weren't really involved in
this part, so we can't give them a fair shot.
Yeah. So,
but either way, where we would put them, for me, a Niccolo would be B for me, a low B, because the highest character development with Sasha and the death and all that, I think was really good. So that's where I would put him personally, but right now he's irrelevant just because he wasn't really in part 2.
Yeah, I like that.
Next we have Nile, and first of all, rip Nile, first of all.
Yeah.
2, he honestly is a real one. He let them go, not Sasha, my bad, Falco and Gabby. He let them go. Mm-hmm. And in return, you know what he got? He got turned into a Titan.
Yeah.
And died.
The end of part 2, he didn't really get a whole lot going on because, of course, he got turned into a Titan. But, in the beginning, I liked him a lot, actually, because he saved Falco because he was a prisoner of theirs and he just let him go because he saw his brother.
Yep.
So he said, kids shouldn't be involved in this war. This is our doing. I think that's really good. So, I don't know. I would probably put him in B tier.
Low B, yeah.
Yeah. Above Astoria?
No, below.
Below?
No.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Alrighty, now we got Onyokopon. And he's a weird one because there was times where he was for Marley and then against Marley, and then for Marley again and then against Marley. You know what I'm saying? Because that he kind of switched sides a decent amount.
Yeah.
But right now though, I would say again B tier. You can't tell me Gabby's better than Onyokopon.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, another solid B character. Not the biggest impact, but he's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, below Nile, I don't see
below Nile.
I don't see him better than Nile.
I agree. I really like Nile, so I don't know if I could put Onyokopon above him.
Yep. All right, we have Peak. Who's going to be the peak of this tier list?
Yep.
No. Okay, no. I honestly, You can't say she's better than Connie.
No, I do think she's in B tier though.
Absolutely no shot. Now, would I say she's better than Ymir? Probably. You can't, like, it's in this part especially.
In this part, yeah.
You can't tell me, like, Historia is better than her in this part. Like,
Yeah.
as a character, Historia is, like, probably almost borderline S tier character. Like, A tier. Like, from the whole show. But, like, right now, like, no.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think just for this part, Peak would be above Ymir.
Yeah. Or even Historia, too. Because of, you know,
Yeah.
you know, being irrelevant. Alright, now, we have Porco, who died, right, from Falco, which is, you know, kind of, you know, ironic a little bit.
Yeah.
And he was a brat in the beginning, like a huge brat when we got introduced to Porco. But he kind of got a little respect for Reiner, but at the same token, he was like, he got some, like, confidence boost, like, I was always better than you.
Yeah.
And it was proved. And now I know that I was always meant to be the warrior in the end, and I was, you know. So, again, B character.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I don't know. I'm definitely not above Historia, probably.
No.
I don't even know. Probably not above Nile either.
No.
What do you think? On Capone first or Porco?
Porco, because he was a Titan after all.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, I think it's a good placement.
And now we got Pixes, and if this isn't top A tier, S tier, then
yeah,
I'm sorry. Pixes is a real one, bro. Like, he was always by Eren's side throughout the whole story, and he got turned into a Titan, and Armin had to kill him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't without him and Erwin, they would be nowhere. So
that's true. Yeah.
Honestly, this might be an S tier. Or board, like, top of A, bro.
I think like top of A.
I'm sorry, like, Pixes is better than Hanji. Like, Pixes was the real one.
Yeah, I really liked Pixes. Even from season 1, he was always leading the charge, taking risks, not caring what anybody said.
Yep.
He's the same way in season 4. He didn't get. I don't think he got a whole lot of character progression, but it's not like he needed it, you know?
No, exactly, because it was all laid out already.
Yeah.
And even at the end, he accepted. You know, it's cool. Like, when he got turned into a Titan, he accepted his fate. Like, he just accepted it. Yep, I'm done. I'm dead. So, you see a world. And in that point, he's an A tier.
Yep.
Alrighty, now we got the armored man himself, the armored Titan, Reiner, who, honestly, bro, went from a total tough guy to one of the biggest wusses of all of AOT. Like, he went from, like, kill me, actually kill me now.
His mind is broken.
Like, his mind is mentally broken. I think that's where, you know, it's funny. That's like when Eren's like, yeah, you're the same as me. That's where they switch places. Eren lost his humanity and Reiner gained his humanity. And because of that, again, like, would you say he's in Jean level?
I don't know. I think he's definitely an A tier, right? At the very minimum.
Yep.
He's definitely somewhere in here, I think. Maybe in between Hanji and Pixes.
I could see that. Yeah, I definitely like Pixes more than Reiner.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I think that's good.
Alright. Now, we have another legend. The man that died with Magath. Shadis. I'm sorry, man. Just because of his relevancy to the story, he's above Magath.
I love Shadis, actually. He might be, honestly,
above
besides
Pixes?
Like, I would think so, yeah. But like, besides the main like cast, you know, I think he's probably my favorite character.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a real one.
So I would probably put him above Pixes.
Yeah, Shadis is just an absolute G.
Yeah.
Especially like, oh man, at the end, I was so flabbergasted, bro, when him and like they exchanged exchanged names with each other, and they blew up the boat. I just, bro, a part of my heart broke. Shadis is an absolute real G. All right, next we have. I was gonna say he/she because everybody thought it was a dude.
Everybody thought it was Armin.
Yeah, at first, yes. So, yeah, Elena. And Elena, again, she's a weird character. Like, she's really weird. Because Zeke's biggest simp. And it's just weird because she knew about Aaron's plan. But she was helping Zeke.
Yeah.
You know, that's just kind of weird, right? Right, so Elena, again, as a character, kind of weird at first, but in terms of the main plot to get to this part 2 and kind of like execute it, Elena's pretty dang relevant. And at that point, I might just have to slide her a B tier for that.
I would agree with that. I think she's bottom of B tier.
Yeah, you can't say she's better than Yokopon.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Definitely not.
All right, next we got Zeke Jaeger. Oh gosh.
The beast himself.
The beast.
I'm just saying this right now. I think he's definitely S tier.
I would agree with that, definitely.
Dude, I'm just sorry. Like, Zeke's character development.
The question is...
Honestly, his development runs deeper, though.
That's true.
Than John's. Because he had, like, a messed up childhood. You know what I'm saying? And his father, like, obviously with Grisha, wasn't the best father to him, right? And he had to rat out his family so he could live and not live that terrible toxic life.
Yeah, I agree. I think Zeke... I love Zeke as a character.
Yeah, Zeke as a character has always been awesome to me. Even when we first got introduced to him to end of season 2, or in the beginning of season 2, and then when we first saw him in the end of season 2, like, he's always been so interesting to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, and like, you know, season 3, obviously this is only part 2, but like, even just with Zeke, it's just hard not to run into his character development because he's been such a relevant character since season 2, and he's just, I don't know. Again, he's one of those characters that didn't have a lot of humanity, but has gained a lot of it ever since he went into paths, like, and saw his dad. He was like, man, I kind of have hope again, you know, with my father, like who he was. So definitely S tier for sure.
I would agree, yeah.
Alrighty, now we have the mastermind himself, the actually big brain professor.
Big brain with a big body, because he's the Colossus.
That's right. And we have Armin, who has been here from the jump.
Oh, yeah.
From the jump.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. He, in this part, has been a huge factor with planning, with kind of strategizing, and he even had, you know, like, this character development, because usually he had answers for everything, and even at one point he was so flabbergasted and so, like, just out of his mind, he didn't know what to do at one point.
Yeah.
You know, with Connie, you know, with Falco and running to go feed him to his mom, and then whole Aaron, like, in the Colossal Titans, like, destroying the world, and then the Titans that got, or the people that got, the soldiers that got turned into Titans, like, there was just so much to think about, he just couldn't handle it, right? And even then, he overcame that.
He handled it very well.
Yes. And that, and again, this is another S tier character. I don't think that's a question.
Yeah, I would think even above Zeke.
Oh, for sure. Armin is just, he is built different.
Yep. And now we're on to Mikasa. Mikasa Tsukasa. Okay. Anyways, she's gotten a lot of character progression, especially season 4.
See, honestly, at this point, I'm gonna say this right now. If this was just part 1, I would honestly put it top of A. But because of her recent character development, it's like a realization I have to kill Aaron, or like we have to kill him. Like there's no shot of bringing him back or anything. Like I have to do it, right? I'm okay with that. Again, S tier. Like yeah. I generally just don't think.
I definitely agree with that. Mikasa's a great character. Gotten a lot of development, especially season 4, part 2.
And now we have the menace himself, the absolute menace,
the main villain of the story,
and the main protagonist of the story at the same time, Eren Jaeger. We have the man. Honestly, I'm gonna say this: we need another tier for Eren.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with that.
Not above Levi, but
yeah,
it put just menace tier, absolute menace, menace tier.
Menace.
Eren, I'm sorry, bro. Like, his character development is kind of nutty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the way he went from, like, the little bratty kid who couldn't really make up his mind that, you know, he always would get captured on accident and they would have to go save him. He, on purpose, got captured for his friends to save him. Like, bro, you know how much of a...
He got baited.
You know how much of a villain you have to be to bait your own soldiers, your own teammates?
Yeah.
You know, for your benefit? Like, that's just... I'm sorry, that's just...
What a troll.
Exactly. Not even to mention he's a troll. He's actually built different. This man transformed 3 times in the span of, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And actually, without breaking a sweat. Sorry, guys, for, like, diverging into part 1. It's just kind of hard not to do that, guys. Just to kind of, like, lead into part 2. But, Eren, and even in part 2, he... manipulated the crap out of Zeke. Like, absolutely big brained him. Like, actually, like, mentally messed him up. He mentally messed him up. Not just the fact of, like, showing how normal he was as a father with Eren, with Grisha, but the fact of him, he was the reason he manipulated Grisha into killing the Rice family. And him seeing that, it was over. It was over from the start. It was over.
Yeah, Eren's progression throughout the entire story from episode 1 to now is insane, but even like you see his plan be enacted, him carrying out his ideals in season 4 part 2 is absolutely insane. Fooling Zeke, manipulating his dad, turning against everybody.
First of all, manipulating Ymir, that's another thing.
Ymir, yeah.
Because she's like the ultimate slave to everybody, or to King Fritz's ideals. You know, like the ultimate slave.
Yeah.
And still convincing her, right? That says a lot about...
That's really impressive.
Yeah. And yeah, that definitely just deserves his own tier. There's nothing much more to say about that.
Yeah.
But dang, alright, so now we have this tier list for part 2. And I can't even imagine what after part 3 when we do the whole tier list, because Jesus.
Every character in the entire show.
Yeah, dang. But yeah, this is, man, yeah, I'm actually really satisfied with this tier list. Do you think we need to make any changes?
I honestly don't think so. I think this is a good tier list. I think it's a great tier list.
Oh yeah, I definitely like this tier list. And yeah, so guys, if you guys can, make sure you guys comment down below what like other anime tier lists you guys want us to do in the future for whatever shows we finish, because, you know, we definitely like doing these videos. You know, it gets us to think and what we think of the show, what we think of the characters for the certain season or part. You know, we can kind of just go over, you know, what we think, and I really like doing it. So make sure you guys comment down below for that. But also, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click on the notification bell to be notified when we release new content. Also, make sure you guys click the link down in the description down below of our social media links, give them a follow, as well as comment down below what are the animes, openings, or endings you guys would like us to react to next. Thanks for all the support. Really do appreciate all of you guys' support, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.